One thing about me when it comes to Marvel Rivals is that I actually really enjoy playing this game. And I mean, yeah, I might have a problem when it comes to playing this game a little too much.
Stop it. Get some help.
But with all of the hours that I've either put into strategist or duelist or maybe even a little in Vanguard, we've come up with the conclusion that Namor is one of those guys, okay? Namor is by far one of my favorite DPS. I do have him lured. And I mean, when it comes to the perfect duelist, I mean, there's just so much versatility with his kit that if you want to test him out, you need to know these 5 things about Namor. Now, there is tons of things that you should know about Namor when you're playing Marvel Rivals, but these 5 are like game changing, okay? As long as you know these 5, I feel that you should be okay as a brand new Namor main. All right, so if you're out there running Namor and you're solo queuing, I need to make sure you know these 5, especially if you get matched up with me, because I'm gonna need a Namor that can be not only aggressive on offense but smart on defense, because you gotta protect us, especially if I'm running healer that game. You gotta protect us. So with these 5, of course, they're going to be game changing, and I can't wait to share. If there's anything that I missed or left out, then please make sure to leave those down below in the comment section. All right, let's help each other out. But before we even get into this, make sure to hit the subscribe button, ring the bell. We're running a whole bunch of games, and I mean, right now our main focus is Marvel Rivals, so you're going to see a lot of Marvel Rivals gameplays, tutorials, tips, tricks. So yeah, just subscribe, ring the bell for that. Let's go ahead and get straight into our first essential tip when it comes to running Namor. All right, so the first thing that I have to say, because there's so many times, like even myself, I put them on the ground, but the first tip that everyone should know is that, yeah, squids are cool. You know about the squids, but you have to start placing these squids on the wall. Now, there's 2 places that I like to put these squids. So I like to put them on the wall at like kind of like an off angle. The second place that I love to put squids, especially when I'm in a 1v1 situation with like a Black Panther, with a Spider-Man, with a tank, I love to put the squid behind that enemy, okay? If you put the squid behind or at an off angle, then 1, it gives you a little bit of protection, and 2, it'll help you win majority, like at least 85% plus of your 1v1 matchups. This strategy alone has gotten me out of some super sticky situations. Whenever I have to go up against a Black Panther, I mean, my team is literally depending on me to help protect that back line. And I mean, with Namor, it's a lot easier, I must add, because I mean, these squids don't miss. They just simply don't miss. They come in clutch. And I mean, you have 2 of them at all times on the field. You can at least have 2. Yes, use your squids, but use them strategically enough to always have the upper hand on those enemy divers. Now, the second essential tip that everyone must know, especially if you're playing Namor, is that you do not have to directly land your right click, or for you console players, your L2 or your LT, okay? You do not have to directly hit that, because before, I was trying to only directly hit it, and it was just a massive problem for me, okay? Now, the cool thing about this ability, now that we all know that we don't have to directly land this ability, but the one thing that I do need to point out is that this ability has an AoE effect, which means you can shoot the ground near an enemy and still get the effect of your squids going crazy on opponents, okay? You need to know this. You need to know this. So you do not have to directly hit when you're being rushed or dove on, or your back line needs some defending. You can throw out your squid or 2, land your, your left trigger, your L2 on the feet of a Spider-Man or feet of the Black Panther, and your squids will not only rescue you. But yeah, they just start shooting just rapidly. Okay, rapidly. They don't miss. So this will always get you out of sticky situations if done correctly. I know for sure this was a huge thing for me because it always felt like the 1v1 was always lost if I did not land my big hit. So yes, the squids always attack whoever you are aiming for or whoever you're throwing your tridents at. But if you wanted to have a boosted speed and a little bit more of an effect to hurry up and get the job done, then yes, all you have to do is land this shot at their feet and you will be fine. Now, the third essential tip is to always look to activate your team up ability that you have with Luna Snow. Now, of course, as a Namor main, you already know that this has to be one of my favorite team ups in Marvel Rival. This team up allows Namor to have one more squid, but this one will be an ice squid. Now, it is insanely cool to have 3 squids always in your arsenal, but just remember that as Namor, you can only summon 2 squids at one time. So if you try to throw out a 3rd squid, then unfortunately, that first squid that you summoned will always disappear. This is something that everyone should know, so just keep that in mind, because if you're just throwing out random squids and you're wondering why the same effect isn't happening, and this is why, okay? You can only have 2 out at a time. So make sure to have one of your regular squids, and then you can go and summon one of these ice ones if you're really in need of a second squid at an off angle or to win your 1v1s. Now, for the 4th essential tip is one that I really like, and I want to stress to you guys that you guys need to be using this ability a little bit more than you are, okay? Now, Namor has an ability called Blessing of the Deep. Now, this can be really useful when it comes to protecting Namor from taking damage from enemies, okay? So you want to counter enemies, you want to counter enemy ults. This is the thing, okay? This is what you need to be using. But another really cool tech about this is that not only can you use this ability to protect yourself, but you can also use this ability to capture high ground in certain situations. I really love how you can use this ability to be super effective and just get the upper hand on your opponent. To use it both ways, make sure to use it as a protective bubble to counter enemy ults, but also make sure to get high ground because these squids and everything else in this kit makes this guy just annoying, okay? He's annoying to go against. But the last and final essential tip when it comes to being a Namor main, you need to know this, okay? When using your ultimate as Namor, you must know that any squishy that is in the eye of your ultimate will pretty much be a one-hit wipeout. There's an exception for this. Now, if the opponent is on the outside of that inner circle, you can still wipe out almost anything as long as you receive a damage boost from Luna's ult. All right, so if Luna is ulting and she's giving you the damage boost, then your ultimate is insane. The ultimate is already pretty powerful. I've seen so many combos with this. Like, I've seen people use their Groot ult and then they follow that with a Namor ult. It gets crazy. Namor definitely has one of the best ults in my opinion, but you could definitely make it even better, which is scary in this game. These are the 5 things that I need every new Namor main to know, because it is super important and super useful. I don't want no randoms in here not knowing how to use Namor, so I had to get you guys out the way with these 5 essential tips to becoming a great Namor main. All right, so if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to smash a like on the video, which would be greatly appreciated. Subscribe if you are new and you want more content like this, more tips, more tricks, more guides, more everything Marvel Rivals, then just let me know. Join the family today, and thank you guys for watching. And if you thought this video was a banger, then boy, do I have something else for you. All right, make sure to click on this video and watch this, because this is another banger. All right, I will see you all in this video next.